everyone, I'm your host Brittany Brown, and with us in studio today is no stranger to the industry. He's directed videos for Shenseea such as Ludi.
You're just a true double six like Lodi. That is what you're doing with your body.
Sure.
Probably I'm indecisive, but tonight me sure.
Protege is not another word.
I'm missing not another word, we're not go no further.
And even Coffee's Ruption.
Coffee come in like a rapture, and everybody get captured.
Please welcome Ruption, Rosen Walker. Hi Ruption.
Popcaan.
So how does it feel to be a Grammy nominated director?
You know, it's the first somebody I said that. I wouldn't consider myself that.
Why not?
I don't know, like.
What Coffee won a Grammy, you shot Rapture. Doesn't that make you feel like, you know, you've reached somewhere in your career?
Yeah. I mean, it was a moment. You get me? But I wouldn't title myself as a Grammy winning.
As a
director.
Grammy winning, okay. But you're getting there.
It would have to be more direct in terms of, you know.
Okay. Now, before RD Studios became RD Studios, 10 years ago, you were working in corporates. But then you made that transition into being your own creative, starting your own business. How was that transition for you?
So it's like, we used to always like multitask and just do like different stuff.
Yeah.
So the fact that it was an advertising agency, they have like different departments. So you have the graphic department, you have where we used to just kill time and just learn certain stuff. You know what I mean? So I used to be like the clown in the office. You get me? So it was my duty to just learn Photoshop and then just manipulate some people's picture in the office and put it on a notice board and then make a thing there. But it's like, after a while with my links in the whole music industry, ended up doing like favors for people and everything there, and then they just steady.
You mentioned favors for people. Would you say you're one of those creatives who, you know, because you were self-taught, you started doing a lot of favors and eventually you became Ruption, the big bad videographer and all these nice things?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of favors I feel another thing. In Jamaica you live.
Yeah.
So
you've done a lot of videos for popular entertainment artists, but what would you say are your top 3 videos you directed and why?
That changes every now and again for me, you know, honestly. It's like, because you can appreciate something based on the amount of effort that was put into it. You get me? Or sometimes it's just the vibe and energy on that particular set. Or just the finish, you know. So, to me, my top 3, I don't think people would actually include them, but I'm gonna say Baker Steez and the Tamale, Propane. Shenseea Ludi. Yeah, Shenseea Ludi.
Just a true double six like Lodi. That is what you're doing with your body.
I'm gonna do this video in DC, in Washington, and I would include that. Yeah.
You speak about going to Washington, DC to shoot a video. That means you travel a lot as a videographer. Where would you say is one of your favorite places that you've traveled to?
I went on tour with Konshens one time, Europe. Yeah, that was, So
that was the first time?
Second time, I think.
Second time.
But that particular trip, like, we rented a tour bus and we were just like driving from country to country. So just the whole experience, that was different. But in terms of country, I'd probably say Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, really? Why?
No, it's just wild. Like, it reminds me of Jamaica, but just them culture just different.
Okay.
Easily.
And when you visit these places, do you think that, you know, you try to learn a little bit of their culture and see how best you can incorporate it in your ideas?
No, not really. When I travel, I just want to come out of work mode and just have fun. So it's like, technically, yeah, I may absorb all of this information or whatever, but I won't necessarily say, oh, I'm gathering stuff specifically to apply
So you
it to my
talk
work.
about fun, and we know you work long hours, Ruption. So what you really do in your spare time, or do you even get to have a little time to just build back?
You know, so before 2020, I would have said no, but then now you get to appreciate like all the little things them say, just make time for
Yeah.
for
So
everything.
you're kind of saying you're thankful for COVID in that way.
I'm not gonna say that, but the whole heap of things go on in 2020 were kind of, you know, just reshape your focus and reshape your meds and everything.
Okay.
So, I'd
Now,
say,
apart from your videos, I know you would have seen other directors doing their videos as well. Who would you say, you know, stood out to you and why?
in terms of video or in terms of directors?
Video.
Cut. No, I have to think about it. Hold on. No, let's think about it 1 second. In most recent time, I'd say Jaffras, Crime Lord, by Wikipedia. They like the video there.
Yes.
But I'll probably throw it back to a Michael Kushner video. It's like a medley video with like Wayne Marshall them and them might get married and some bugger like.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
But
And 300 Shatter, they have this video with this youth named J Prince. Yeah. No, them.
you like those?
I have a video I love, you know. You know, Christian? I have a video I love. I don't know, are you the St. Mary brother? Yeah. Love the video there.
Now, growing up, I'm sure you always kind of had a knack for videography or just the creative things. So, you know, what videos, you know, growing up that you saw and you're like, yo, this bad? I mean, we've grown over the years, but there are a couple of videos back then that, you know, would have a vibe. What were those videos for you?
You know, so honestly, I never used to watch local videos. Too tough. But me heavy like on hip hop. You see me? So you know the whole
So like
BET,
your Tupac and your,
I watch a BET, MTV and everything there. No sir, no. No, I mean like probably like later, like Lil Wayne them and Cash Money and them style there.
So you know,
So-
and that little international flair you like.
Yeah, yeah. But the passion for videos really, it never came until like after working at the advertising agency.
Absolutely, advertising agency. So before that, what did Ruption want to be?
Artist and producer.
Really?
Yeah. And we used to write to say it's like just everything in music basically. So
Right,
something in
as
the
in
music.
songwriting?
Yeah.
So you at one point you wanted to be the next governor.
No, when I try a fight and thing, I'm never one mixtape.
Really?
Yeah, but
We have
then
to go find that mixtape. Oh, we have to go find that
no, I
mixtape.
make sure that half of the internet fully. But I never one mixtape with probably about 12 songs or something like that. So
Not
it's
bad.
like, yeah.
Not
And
bad.
then even have some collabs on it and everything there.
Collabs,
But I think they go on where some used to go Calabar. So with me doing my music now is like it starts spread around the school and everything there. So barbecue I come up now and them say, oh alright, I'm gonna perform.
Yeah.
So they home I'm ready up on everything and reach on the stage. And reach on the stage now is like we just get nervous. It's me just get stage fright. Not even my, but all of the artists them just step on the stage one time. And them don't know me from nowhere. You know? I talk about like Cartel them and some people. You see me? And so I'm just getting nervous. And then when I'm about to announce my name, I just run out of the venue and just jump in a taxi and I'm just done.
And look at you now.
I never ever do no music after that.
So you talk about high school and there's this thing with, you know, Jamaican parents that, you know, if you're not a lawyer, doctor, Indian chief, it's just not happening. Did you, you know, get any backlash from your parents about taking this journey?
No, them think they're uptown style. It's a bit like, parent, my mother never really, you do what you want to do, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just, whichever path you choose, you just work with it, really. So I never grew up in a strict home where your parents are telling you to do this or you need to follow this family line or whatever, no.
So you think that somewhat helps you to kind of be the creative you are, so you just do what you want to do, and that's why your ideas are always popping and coming out, because you've never gotten that, you know, criticism or hindrance to do whatever you wanted to do.
No, I'm going to say that, you know, my teenage years, I never know what I want to do. I just live. So I play ball, go school, girls, and that's it. Like nothing else. Until I finish school and then he say, yo, what am I going to do? I never really know what I want to do. But then my mother, she work with the government and she have 1 and 2 links, can get some summer job and them thing there. So that's how I ended up at the advertising agency, you know, just by chance. So all of this is by chance, because when we reached at the advertising agency, I literally developed the passion for art, really.
Yeah. And what do you have to say to persons who, you know, they're in corporate now, they have the skills like you, but they just kind of worried to make that step?
I mean, it's 2020 and everything digital right now. Like, why not do both? Just do both until they can make the transition fully.
Yeah.
So, work from home and just do your thing.
Yeah. Now, moving to the business side of things, pricing is very important, and you are, you know, very critically acclaimed now. As I said before, you know, Coffee, she won her Grammy, so that makes you a Grammy nominated director. What is your standard rate in the industry, or how do you develop your standard rate in the industry?
Of course, there's going to be like industry standards, you know what I mean, we forward come see. So it's like just having an idea what people above me would charge and what people below me charging and where I would assess myself and put myself, then I would have just, you know, just know where to make the figure they fall. But right now, like my thing it's more project based. So people more likely to approach you with a budget already. Like, yo, I have $10 to spend on this. And then I'll say yes or no just right off the bat. You get me?
And you talk about budget. During this time, with the pandemic and everything, have you had to tighten your budget to fit certain things, and then that results in you kind of lessening your creativity? How do you work around that?
Well, remember, you have like different tier artists out there. So it's like, you have the ones that are more secure, you know, them things. So I guess them don't really start feel the effects of the pandemic yet. Them pocket not really start feel it, you know, them think up, them have them money. You see me? But then you have upcoming artists who probably depend them last and them thing there. So for me, I have to approach everything with like the artist in mind. You know what I mean? Like where them fall, what are their expectations and them thing there. You see me? Having an idea what them can afford, plus just in terms of ideas and concept and whatever, where to draw the line and them thing there. So it's like when you factor in everything, then that will help you re-budget and help you a project really.
Okay, so you're saying it hasn't completely affected you, but you have to, even if it does, you just have to find a way to work around it.
Yeah, and right now, I would say we've been getting a lot more requests since COVID.
Interesting.
Yeah, because if I understand, with dancehall, like, them compete against each other. So everybody watch everybody. You get me? So with the whole lockdown and people that try to stay relevant, you have people that try to put out more and more content. It might be simpler, you know, probably some of them are like some of the viral things, but they've consistently been putting out stuff since the lockdown.
Now, you talk about competition, especially in the dancehall industry, we have a lot of rivalry. You know, what is your take on that? Because there are times when you may work with clients who they're known rivals. Would you work with them, or because you know you work with one, you don't want to create any animosities? How do you handle it?
No, I feel like I've been doing it, and I've developed certain relationships where bigger than a man or with an ex-man. So it's like certain artists, like them career, basically grow with them career basically. So we probably did their first video or something. You get me? So as them transition to this big artist now, like we have a relationship. You get me? And we just know, say, all right, whatever is being discussed here, stay right here, so. You see me? Even though I might be friends with somebody who I'm not like or whatever. So it not really bother me, and I feel like them understand that. But I can see where it affects like upcoming directors and, you know, people coming up.
I like the fact that you mentioned, you know, you work with artists from the ground up and you've seen their transition. But what about those difficult clients? How do you deal with those type of clients?
I don't have to deal with them. If somebody annoy me to the point where it affects the creativity and it affects the overall project, then I'm not gonna look forward to working with them. I'm not gonna say I write them off, but they won't get priority.
Yeah. And about the creative process now, if an artist comes to you, is it their idea, or is it Ruption's idea with a little bit of their idea intertwined?
I would say 80% RD and 20% artists. I have some people who more, you know, them have their own ideas and them thing there when it comes to visuals and them thing there. So they'll have an input, or they'll come to you and say, oh, I'm thinking about this, or how you feel about this, or I have this scene, can you build on this scene, and whatever. So yeah.
Okay.
It's a collaborative effort, really.
Indeed, it is a collaborative effort, and I want to talk to you about, you know, just like your team, like how you kind of work with your team to get the vision to come to life.
Well, I have a small team. Of mostly girls. And from the creative standpoint, as in when it comes on to the development of ideas and everything there, I'd say it's mostly me. But I'll just voice note them the idea, and then just prepare the treatment.
Yeah. So without them, you really couldn't manage.
No.
Okay. Now, as a creative, you know, you don't necessarily get a lot of benefits. You know, pension.
One name so.
Exactly, one name so. And you actually have a son. So, you know, how do you set up yourself in a way that, you know, you're set for life?
Surgical man.
Surgical. Big up surgical. Free promo, yeah.
Yeah.
Your next ambassador right here.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to just do your research and just do your thing, just get on your own thing, you see me? You can individually set up yourself, set up your whatever account and just manage your thing.
Okay.
You get me?
No.
Government not really care about it, so.
No, you're one of those lucky ones, but you have some creatives who may be really struggling, you know? They have issues, but guess what? There is no lobby group, there is no team to really create policies, and it's like they just end up suffering, if anything. What is your take on that? And do you think Jamaica needs to make that move to creating a lobby group for creatives?
I think they've tried before, but it no work. Remember, you know, when you're creative, it's like everybody move differently. You see me? And more in most cases, to be a creative, you have to be weird to the world and them look at things. So it's like, you know, nobody necessarily want to be under a system, really. Especially now when everything, you can work from a yard, you can lay in your bed and do whatever you do. You get me? So it's like the freedom to just do you unregulated. I feel like I just that's the thing there, and it will just get worse.
But why do you think it's not going to work for Jamaica?
Because we don't have a culture where we like to be under a system. You see me?
So you think it will never work?
Yeah, I think that will work.
You think it's something that maybe the government
It
has
depends.
to take
It
up?
depends on what are the benefits of being a part of that. You get me?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna see what that could be for really sway me for one join that.
To join that.
Yeah.
Now moving into a different aspect of things, bookings. Do you take bookings directly, or you know, a middleman is always important in your business?
I've tried both. I tried doing it myself. Then realized, say, all right, can't manage this. And then hired somebody to do that. And then nobody just never want to deal with the person. Like, once again, we just have a culture. We have a bridging culture in Jamaica where you talk to somebody one time, then we're not bridging. And them are going to deal with it on a level where it's a one-on-one thing. You get me? So me can't see myself. Me can't see Govana try to shout me, and him go shout another person to get to me or to, you know.
And you've been a part of their creative process, so you understand them.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Also, what do you think is the difference between the structure and procedure for creatives out here in comparison to overseas?
On the lower level, it's the same. It's even wild out there, from what me know. But on when you're talking about top tier, like we're way behind. We're not there nowhere near them level there.
And then another comparison is, you know, corporate versus non-traditional clients. You know, what's your take on that? Do you prefer to work with corporate, or you prefer regular clients?
Here, I normally go on a run in a specific direction over a certain period, and then just get bored, and then just make the switch, and do that for a little bit, and then just navigate it the way there. Both of them are annoying, but them annoying in different ways. You get me? So when it build up, on one side, I just switch and just do some commercials. When the corporate people them start annoy you, seeing like it take. I can finish 3 or 4 music videos before I finish one 30-second corporate ad.
30 seconds.
And that's crazy. Like the amount of changes we have to go through, the amount of meetings, the amount of back and forth, and you get me? Like I can slap about 3 music videos at a time there.
All right, Ruption. So you mentioned that, you know, we're kind of on the lower level of things when it comes to the creative industry. Why do you think we're on the lower level, and what will it take us to kind of level up?
All right, if you want to break it down, we can start with budgets. You get me? We're provided 2 different type of budget. You get me? So, and a lot of those artists overseas are signed to a label, and the label are fronting them the money. You get me? So they can invest like crazy amount of money into one project, where out here locally a man just hustle up some money. You get me? And I try pool money together in order to get a decent figure to do a project. You get me? So budget is one of the main things. The next thing is we don't have access to certain spaces, certain things. Like to beat out the little place them in a Kingston, Zine. Every week a video is being shot in the same place over and over and over. You
and
get
that
me?
shouldn't be, because Jamaica, being a tropical island, there's just so many places that you can go. So many hidden gems too.
Yeah, but more while people now look for gems, they will look for some rubbish, like some grimy things, or like different, just based on the project, right? Like there's so much you can do, right? We don't have persons dedicated to. We do have 1 or 2 people dedicated to like set designs and stuff like that, but even so, it's like basic things, really. You get me?
Yeah.
If me there Florida right now and me have an idea, say, yo, me want a lion suspended 40 feet in the air.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. You see me? I can't think that crazy out here. What am I gonna do?
So would you say that, you know, probably we need more international companies to come in and manage certain labels out here, or let's just try to do this on our own?
We never done the last one. So how you gonna do so? We have other points. I'm gonna say budget.
Budget?
I'm gonna say budget. I'm gonna say just access to
venues,
you know, and even when I say access to, I mean like going through the government for get certain rights for the certain things, or to get approval to the certain things, like is hell.
Creativity.
You get me? It's like the industry is not respected by them. You get me? So I remember one time I was trying to get a courthouse to film something, and the hardest thing. You get me? And so I could think, no. But I have to rent a conference room and mock up something, and you see me?
But what was the reason for not getting the courthouse?
Them just feel like, oh, I dance all and I go just whatever, you see me? So it's not respected. I remember business and people they deal with. So when you got NHT and you say, yo, you want whatever, like, I don't really care.
So Ruption, you speak a lot about respect for creatives. You know, what are the factors you think why creatives aren't respected in Jamaica?
I don't even think it's a Jamaican thing. I just feel like 'cause it's the same thing over the world, where, not like places like LA and New York and whatever, like the Mecca, them thing there. But just generally, whether it's Trinidad, whether it's my friends in Trinidad, my friends in Florida, friends over the world where do this thing, and like it's the same challenges really. Them just look at it as entertainment and just like social things. So it's like, you don't know, corporate people are really, them are gonna look down upon we and what
And
we
it's
do.
all about brand
You get
image.
me? Yeah, so I mean, unless you want to put on a suit and tie and dress like them and dumb down whatever you're doing to get whatever approved, but yeah, that's how I just run in a place, I'll just do a thing, I'll just jump out.
So what do you think is the next best step for us to even get respect?
Here, I feel like, some always tell people say we're like artists are like artists. You see me? So the same challenges where a dancehall artist would have faced or a local artist in a whatever genre is the same challenges we face as creatives. You get me? So the whole stereotyping, the whole them judge you based on how you dress or whatever, or the content you're putting out. You get me? Oh, you're a video man, you just a video some girl a shake up or whatever like. So some of them will look on you like that. You get me? While we're looking at them like them stuck up and them nothing about. as someone who I still do a lot of corporate work and I still do a lot of entertainment stuff. So it's like you just have to know when to flip the switch, you know, and how to move in other space there versus this space. 'Cause you can't move the same.
So you worked with Guineas for Guineas Sounds of Greatness, and you know they're a corporate company, and you kind of, you know, incorporated dancehall. What was that like for you to, you know, do your thing in a corporate space?
All right. So remember, I talk about corporate people like previously. I may say how it different for navigate corporate Jamaica versus the entertainment scene, right? However, a lot of the brand managers for a lot of these companies and a lot of the marketing teams, them done familiar with what's going on in the entertainment scene. You know what I mean? Some of them actually come from there. You get me? So we don't necessarily have a problem doing corporate work once it's entertainment related. So it's like, so for example, like Guineas reached out because they like the type of work we produce for music videos and the dancing and the energy and all of that. So they would choose to not go to the traditional filmmakers.
And you think that, you know, adding the dancehall flair, especially to commercials now, adds that touch that we need, because before it was a little bit more static? Yeah, I mean, them kind of warm up now, and I mean, you see, because nothing really regulated right now, when it come on to, you know, ad placements and, oh, you have to get this slot on TV and prime time is now this time or whatever. It's like, with social media, it's like you have the corporate people just bridge the gap more and more. You get me? They're signing more and more dancehall artists. More and more things were related to the dancehall culture and all. So it's one and the same. It's more annoying getting things approved, but in terms of, you know, like creatively doing stuff, like sometimes, yeah, it work for them and it work for we. Okay. Now, moving on to a different aspect of things, collaborations. A lot of creatives, you know, they're sole proprietors. How important do you think it is for creatives to, you know, collaborate in this industry? Because they don't necessarily have a team like you know. I'm just a set design person, you know. But how is it important for me to collaborate with someone like RD?
Because we can't do everything. You see me? Like you can do so much, right? At some point, like, you're forced for things to be that way, right? And then also on the other side, it's good to get ideas and share work, and that's how you grow, you get me? And that's how the industry will grow too. And give people opportunities and them things there. And,
do you think the success of our industry so far, it's due to collaborations?
with creatives?
With creatives, yeah.
I wouldn't say that. You know, honestly, it's recently I really start to see people are collab more and more. Probably like last 2 years maybe. But before that, it was, I don't know, like every man for themselves. Everybody have them small team. Probably have like 2 or 3 persons, and they must do them thing. You know, if you get a big project and you need to outsource certain things, then you link who you link. But for the most part, is every man for themselves.
Now, what does from hustle to enterprise mean to you?
It means consistency, hard work and consistency. You get me? And dedication, really. So if you work hard and you're dedicated to reaching a certain goal, and you're consistent with the efforts, then that's what it means for me.
Good. Now, on to some more fun stuff. Have a little, you know, would you rather game to play with you? Think you're up for it?
I played before, but I'm sure I know them same question they're asking.
All right, it's more to your field. So, would you rather shoot a music video for Cardi B or Nicki Minaj? You know, some WAP content.
Yeah, well, I'd say Cardi B.
Cardi B? Why?
Because yeah, well, I don't know, suppose I have a potential Nicki Minaj video come up or a Cardi B video, I'm not go easy me. But I would say Cardi B just based off her energy and kinda just in terms of personality I feel like we'd work well together. Easy me.
Now, would you rather shoot in a desert or in the jungle?
Depends on what's in the jungle.
Depends on what's in the jungle.
Yeah.
Alright, you know, some elephants, some monkeys, you know, that kind of thing. Snakes, gorilla.
You know, so honestly, I would probably say a desert. Yeah, for the mere fact that I don't see why I would be in a desert ever again in my life. So, I can go up a Blue Mountain if I want like a forest or like, isn't it? Like some greenery and them thing there. But a desert, like, yeah.
Okay.
Or if I make some money and go Dubai or something.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't see why I would be in a desert. So, I'd choose a desert.
You choose a desert. Okay. So, hopefully next year or so, you know, one of these days you might see something, you know? Yeah. Now, would you rather a day shoot or a night shoot?
I've been told that I prefer day shoots. I don't really know, I'm kind of 50-50. But, I don't know, there's some about the sun.
What's the real difference though, you know? Like,
the sun.
It's the same work. But yeah, the sun.
Yeah, the sun, you know, the best light. Yeah, so, and then the thing is, you see, budget is a major thing in Jamaica, you know. So it's like we don't have the right type of lighting most of the times. Like the artists, them, you don't have a budget to get the proper lighting what you would need.
Yeah.
You see, so sometimes you have to sacrifice your lighting and get something on a lower scale or whatever, something cheaper. You get me? So if I feel like, say, yo, this shot requires a M15 light, bright like the sun. See? If I that more want and if him can't afford it, and then he must say, yo, just use one like a LED something man, or use one reflector or whatever, like. It's like more while you just, yeah, better work with the sun, it's free, isn't it?
Okay, now we want to test your skills. We're gonna give you 3 phrases and you have to come up with a video concept. So 1, dancehall can't stall, the Ruption story, and the elephants in a purple ballerina suit.
The elephants?
The elephants in a purple ballerina suit. Kind of weird, but you know, you're Ruption, you can do anything.
Elephant in a purple ballerina suit.
The Ruption story.
The Ruption story.
And dancehall can't stall.
Dancehall can't stall.
What would you come up with?
Okay, so.
Boom.
Boom. You have to start with boom.
I will start with boom.
Yeah. Alright, so the Ruption story. That could have been the title. It's a story about this chopper in a Jamaica named Ruption. Isn't it? Yeah. Who decided to scam this white lady from Arizona, and him fall in love with her, and then him decide to fly her to Jamaica. But the picture them what she sent him is some catfish, right? And him go to the airport for pick her up. And he might expect this slim model. And when she came out of the airport, she had on a purple bodysuit, eh? with the
rolls and all.
Yeah, with a little rumper thing.
Yeah.
Zine. And her ears were like awfully large. So him say, yo, Jano is a purple elephant this. And the story continue where him yeah, it done this so. It done this so. The whole video is a build up. And them communicating and thing and whatever. Zine, falling with each other over the phone. Who him have envisioned in a film, you see who him have envisioned in his brain when him on the other line. You see me, but it's actually somebody else. Zine, and all of that is a build up. The whole trip and him waiting at the airport and the whole suspense of this person coming out and then the little tight angle shot with you see the purple ties a move and thing and whatever and you see him take off him glasses kind of daytime I shoot, he come look shoot a day. Take off him glasses, him look, and yeah, him see the purple elephant in a ballerina dress.
Wow, that's a good one still. So coming soon?
No, I'm not gonna do that something there.
You're not gonna.
I wouldn't have a treatment with a purple elephant in it.
But what is coming soon for Ruption though?
Ruption, big up Ruption.
Big up Ruption, yes.
Wow. I need to start with my movies.
Nice.
Yeah, I have couple scripts so I need to finish. None of them not including a purple elephant though. And yeah, I've probably like about 3 or 4 short films to do. So I hope say the country lockdown Monday. Easy me, and we just get enough time for just go do my thing, yeah, selfish reasons, and have some movie ready for the people before COVID go away, easy me. Before
we go, we kind of just want to, get your take on the top 3 qualities of an entrepreneur, a successful one.
It requires a lot of dedication, and it requires a lot of passion. Well, that kind of in line with dedication, but have a passion for it and just be dedicated to it. That can be one. Love what you do. That's super important. And give it your all.
Sounds
you want
good.
a 4th?
Huh?
Like you want a 4th?
No, I'm good with the 3.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm good with the 3. Yes. Alright, so thank you so much, Ruption. You really gave us a lot of insights, and I'm sure we're going to have some upcoming videographers watching this and saying, we learn 1 and 2 things. So we look forward to seeing more videos from you. We look forward to you getting a couple awards. And thanks again.
Alright, big up.
Thanks again, Ruption, for joining us in studio today. And big up to Cowork JA for this lovely space. And Flirt for my outfits. Ruption, you look good and things.
Yeah, Rage Apparel, you see me?
Rage Apparel, alright,
yeah.
So guys, we want you to tune into all our episodes. So subscribe to INDIGGO Conference YouTube series From Hustle to Enterprise. And we also want to big up our sponsors, Trend Media, JN Bank, SROM, and Designer Studios.